Damn, training camp is weird without Julio. What the is that? Coach, there's a unicorn on the frickin' field. Oh no, Matt, that's actually Kyle Pitts. We drafted him 4th overall this year. Kyle Pitts? No, that's a unicorn.
What's going on, Falcons fans? Logan here. Welcome back to Rise Up Rundown, and if you're new here, welcome. Last video, we went over my Atlanta Falcons defensive player statistical predictions for 2021. In this video, we're gonna go do the flip opposite and go over my Atlanta Falcons offensive player statistical predictions for 2021. Now, 2 things to note here before we begin. 1, the statistical predictions I have for almost every player on offense is on my computer, but I'm gonna have to read them over here because it's charging over here. Like, the closest plug to charge that computer was over there. So I hope you can still hear my voice right here when I read them off. But second, this is gonna be a fun video to go over because this offense always is good every year, but if Arthur Smith is what he promises to be, we have one mastermind of an offensive-minded NFL head coach, and this offense could be pretty darn scary. But just how scary could this offense get in 2021? Let's go over that. So let's of course start with the quarterback, Matt Ryan. Now, don't be alarmed that these aren't necessarily breakout statistics here. This is mainly because Matt Ryan's had to study a lot of new playbooks in the recent years, and while it looks like we have a head coach that's going to stay with us in the long run, I don't think Matt Ryan's just going to know this playbook right off the bat and just do 2016 good, but I do still think he'll have a pretty good year. I gave him 4,624 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. He usually always hits over 4,000 yards, gets around 26 to 28 touchdowns, and gets around 10 to 12 interceptions. That's usually what he gets, and I think that sounds about right for Matt Ryan. The next player is a player that very well could exceed these expectations and statistics I have for him, not only because he is a talented player on his own and he does love the city of Atlanta. It seems like he really freaking wants to play here, but he's also got a head coach that, I don't know, has worked with Derrick Henry, so maybe Mike Davis, we're going to talk about, could not necessarily be better or as good as Derrick Henry, but could have a pretty darn good year for a running back. Let's just say that. I gave him 143 attempts, 721 yards, and 10 touchdowns. This is going to be a big year for him because this is the first year I feel he's actually going to be the starting running back for a long time. Like, in Carolina, he was mainly behind Christian McCaffrey, and then in Seattle, he hardly had any chances. In Atlanta, he's the RB1, so he very well could exceed these expectations with more opportunities and because he loves the city of Atlanta and he's got seemingly a good head coach to work with, but those are what I got for now. Next player we're going to talk about is Qadree Ollison. I gave him 52 attempts, 246 yards, and 5 touchdowns. For his sake, I think these are pretty good because he's never had that many opportunities in the NFL, and it looks like he will be given a lot of opportunities here, but I don't think he's just going to shine like right off the bat. I think he's going to develop a little bit, but don't look at these statistics and think, well, he sucks. No, I think these are actually kind of developmental statistics for Qadree Ollison, and then maybe if you keep him for 2022 and 2023, you could really see the potential there, but just now basically getting his feet wet in the NFL, I think this is about realistic for him, but let's just see. I hope he does really well because, gosh, like, don't we all want to see him break out like we keep hoping for? Let's just hope it happens. Now we're going to talk about Calvin Ridley. I don't really need to explain a lot on this one. Not even just because he's a talented player, but Julio Jones is gone, so Calvin Ridley is going to be given a hell of lot of opportunities in 2021. I gave him 116 receptions, 1,480 yards, and 12 touchdowns. I mean, honestly, let's move on. It's Calvin Ridley. Not to mention, this is probably the year where the Falcons decide, yeah, he deserves a paycheck, so yeah, moving on. The next player we're going to talk about is Russell Gage. I will admit, last year, I definitely wasn't expecting him to break out in the way he did. I totally underestimated him, and now I came from, I don't expect a lot from Russell Gage in 2020 to now, I'm expecting a breakout season from Russell Gage in 2021. I gave him 84 receptions, 888 yards, and 5 touchdowns. I think he falls just short of 1,000 yards for the season, but he's gonna come super freaking close. Now, why does he fall just short? I think it's mainly just because there's other guys that will be given the ball a little more. Obviously being Calvin Ridley, and come on, they're going to give Kyle Pitts a lot of opportunities, but that's not to say that Russell Gage won't, because Russell Gage is going to be sick in 2021, and that's what I got for Russell Gage. Prove me wrong, man. I hope he can exceed those expectations I have for him. One last receiver I'm going to talk about before we get into Kyle Pitts that I'm sure you guys are just waiting for me to talk about. I want to talk about Olamide Zaccheaus. I don't think he's going to be statistically great, and I don't even think he's going to be given a hell of a lot of opportunities or anything, but I actually think he's kind of a slept-on player on the Falcons squad. Like, don't sleep on Olamide Zaccheaus. He's actually done some good things for the Falcons, and I expect kind of the same thing here heading into the season. I gave him 84 receptions, 432 yards, and 2 touchdowns, which to me sounds about right. I think he actually could be a pretty solid weapon for us in 2021, so just kind of keep your eye out on him. Now let's talk about Kyle Pitts. He is not only going to be given a lot of opportunities because, for one, he's the rookie. They want to give him some opportunities. He's the 4th overall pick in the draft. Of course, they expect to give him a lot of opportunities, and he's just a unicorn per se. They want to give him a lot of opportunities. However, I'm probably going to make a video on this next week. I actually think Kyle Pitts has a very strong chance of winning Rookie of the Year. Yes, I actually said it. I think Kyle Pitts has a chance of winning Rookie of the Year. And I know what you guys are going to say. First off, tight ends usually do kind of take a while to develop in the NFL. And also, Rookie of the Year usually kind of goes to quarterbacks because why not? Quarterbacks are kind of the most important position in football, and tight ends are not. However, first off, it is kind of true on what they say. Kyle Pitts can be used for more than just a tight end. And also, if I were you, I would just start to think, I think Kyle Pitts is a little too good to just develop a little more like regular tight ends do, because Kyle Pitts is more than just a tight end. But that's just my opinion. I gave him 90 receptions, 921 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Holy crap, that is a lot for a rookie. It might be a bit of a stretch, but I will make a video on this explaining more on why I think he actually has a legitimate chance to win Rookie of the Year. It's not even just a best case scenario prediction for Kyle Pitts, or let's be optimistic because we love Kyle Pitts and we're a Falcons fan. No. Like, this is like an actual prediction that I don't even think is all that impossible to happen. So stay tuned for that video. And the last player we're going to go over is Hayden Hurst. First off, I will have to give myself a little pat on the shoulder for my take on him last year. Holy crap. I was so nearly spot on with what I thought he was going to get statistically in 2020. Holy crap, I was close. And unfortunately, I am kind of predicting kind of a similar year in 2021 for him, simply because I think Kyle Pitts and Russell Gage, Calvin Ridley, I think they're going to be given a little more opportunities than Hayden Hurst. But I don't think Hayden Hurst is going to be bad per se. I'll give him 54 receptions, 602 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I really hope he does better than this because he seems like an awesome person. He's gone through a lot, it seems. And I really want him to do super well. I want him to be given a lot of opportunities. Unfortunately, I just kind of feel like there's a lot of other players that will go in over him. But that's not to say I think he'll have a bad season per se. I think that's about right for Hayden Hurst. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm pretty proud of those predictions, but if you guys think I'm wrong on a certain player or right, or if there's another player that I did not mention and you think I should, Whatever it is, comment below and let me know. I will see you guys with a video this Tuesday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Love and appreciate you all for the support. Almost near 3K. If you have not subbed already, give this channel a subscription and a notification bell so you get weekly content that goes over your favorite Atlanta Falcons squad every single week from Tuesday and Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Anyway, love and appreciate you all for the support. And as always, rise up.